Hey folks, welcome to Deconstructing the Game. My name is Mike, and as promised, in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to drive under the map of the Arasaka unused warehouse sites and show you inside the buildings of those sites as well, and we'll see some pretty interesting things that developers left behind. Let's get to it. So as you can see here, we're situated just above the central Arasaka warehouse where all those aerial floats are stored for the mission Play It Safe with Takamura, and you've probably seen how you can jump onto the warehouse roof during the mission and in subsequent free roam play as well. But I won't insult your intelligence too much by showing you how to get to this second building. It's fairly easy if you have double jump legs or the single boost legs, but I'm going to show you how to spawn vehicles in here and how to drive under the map to see some pretty interesting things. This is typically, for people who want to understand how the game works and find all the glitches and weird and wonderful quirks of Cyberpunk on the console. So if you're one of those people, stay tuned because this might interest you a little bit. All you have to do is spawn a motorcycle, but the reason I spawned it so far into the building or the area was to make sure it did actually spawn in there, because there's a lot of coded roads that it might spawn into otherwise. So once you have that motorcycle, find this little crack in the wall just beside the pool of water and drive straight into it. You don't have to drive in particularly fast, but just make sure that you're lined up perfectly straight when you do this part, because if not, you're just going to find yourself in an infinite death loop. And as I say in all my glitch videos, make sure you make a hard manual save before doing any of this, because if you do conduct this glitch, you will get stuck if the game auto saves and you don't have a manual save to go back to. You can see inside the Arasaka building here, it's pretty empty, but it leaves a lot of room for real estate, just like every other building in Cyberpunk. But there is a garage space there that is boxed off, possibly ready for expansion, and there are areas under the map which look like they have roads and walkways leading into. That could just be clipping through the map, or it could be in preparation for something else around this area. But what I really want to focus on is this white section underneath the map here. It's pretty substantial in size, and what's interesting about this white block here is there are other white blocks around Night City under the map, but typically they are actually cubes or elongated squares that contain areas within the game, like an Arasaka Tower or some Johnny Silverhand mission scenes. They're all contained within boxes, but this one is actually a solid white floor, and if you drive the motorcycle fast enough at a certain direction, you'll be able to land on this and drive around underneath the map and kind of be able to peek up into buildings and see what's going on. Now, this is pretty unusual because I've never seen anything like this under the map yet, apart from those cube loading spots. I was quite surprised to land on this. I was expecting to see something inside here, but it's pretty solid. You can drive around, you can walk around. If you do happen to jump off the edge here, you will respawn on the edge, and if you get lucky enough like I did here, you can just continue driving around. I should highlight that you cannot spawn any vehicles under this map, so if you do happen to lose the vehicle you have, you're stuck to walking around. There are patches of concrete that seem to be random. There's only a couple of places which have texture on them. The rest of it is just pure white, but it does react to damage, like bullet holes. It does react to getting hit, so it cracks, and you will find tire marks on there as well. This person surprised me, but after a close inspection up above, it's pretty obvious to see that this was part of a gig, and this person obviously just fell through the map and ended up landing here. So this might not actually appear for anyone trying this. This might just be on my save file, or you might in fact find other bodies under the map which you've dealt with in other missions in this kind of area. But there are other textures that you see here. We see like concrete or kind of a weird rock texture. This seems to be the same kind of texture which is up above in the Arasaka garden, so I don't know why it would be under here. I'm not sure if this was like another area they were developing, or kind of a sub-basement area for another part of the game. I don't know if it's just happens to be here because they haven't deleted it. I haven't got a clue why this is here, but I did find it interesting the fact you could walk around here and look up into buildings so that would give you a chance to see if anything was kind of being built upon in the future. There's grass here as well, again, so it could be a beta area. There's nothing under the map. I did check to see if there was anything under this grid here, but there's not. It's just a typical black void and some reflections you can see from the sunlight up above. You can see under the stadium as well, and there's some weird anomalies that happen with plants. It looks like they just kind of radiate out from a central point, so it's quite circular. I'm guessing it's like a paint tool they use just to kind of pop these things in. And you can see under the road there's some weird rock anomalies as well pointing down the way. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's how to get under the Arasaka warehouse section of Night City, and I'd say it's pretty substantial in size. So just looking at the map I've produced here, I went to 4 corners of this white map and was able to draw a reference of how large this white section is under the map. So like one section starts at the road, another at the stadium, and 2 others just inside the industrial sector there. And you can see this green area, that's how far the box extends, and that's how far you can roam around under the map to explore more. If you enjoyed the content you've seen here today, you can always check out the YouTube channel for more Cyberpunk 2077 exploit and glitch videos, and there's also some lore videos there as well. You'll also find me on Odyssey, so if you're watching this on Odyssey, anytime you upload to YouTube, you'll find yourself being up to date on Odyssey as well. Sometimes go on Twitch and do these glitches live and do some exploration live on Twitch. And you can also join us on the Discord server for discussions, tips, tricks and suggestions on Cyberpunk and other games you wish to see featured here on the channel. My name's Mike, you've been watching Deconstructing the Game, and I'll catch you later.